One thing about Stevie Nicks throughout the years, her life has been an open book. She's written about her various personal and professional victories and sung about it. But this song, for a lot of people, it rebirthed her career in a lot of ways because it became, the Stevie Nicks kind of Kate Bush female diva, but not a diva, kind of like a witchy woman, which is obviously with the connection with the Eagles. But Stand Back had more to do with a certain song by a certain short guy from Minneapolis than anything maybe Stevie Nicks would ever do on her own. Now, Stand Back is a song by Stevie Nicks from her second solo studio album, The Wild Heart. The song was released as a lead single from the album in May '83 and reached number 5 in the Billboard Hot 100 and number 2 in the top mainstream rock tracks chart in August of that year. Of course, it was an MTV staple. Stand Back again has been a big part of Nick's live shows since his pre-album debut at the '83 US Festival. It has also been included in the Fleetwood Mac tour set lists since '87. Overproduced, but still a strong song. In the UK, the single was Nick's first 12-inch release, featuring a different glossy picture sleeve and the inclusion of a third track, Wild Heart. A 12-inch promo single was also released in the States, radio stations '83, featuring a full-color sleeve but playing the standard album version in mono and stereo on both sides. Now, Nicks has often told the story of how she wrote Stand Back. She wrote it on the day of her marriage to Kim Anderson on January 29, '83. The newlyweds were driving up to San Ysidro Ranch in Santa Barbara when Prince's song Little Red Corvette came on the radio. Nicks started humming along to the melody, especially inspired by the lush synthesizers on the song. The couple retrieved a tape recorder and Nicks recorded the demo in the honeymoon suite that night. Honeymoon suite. Later, when Nicks went into the studio to record the song, out of nowhere she called Prince and told him the story of how she wrote the song to the melody. I didn't know he could have Prince's personal phone number, but here we go. On the night of February 8, '83, Prince came to the studio and played synthesizers on it, although his contribution is uncredited on the album. He and Nicks did agree, however, to split the publishing royalties on the song 50-50. Then she says he just got up and left as the whole thing happened in a dream. Now, synth player Dave Bluefield, who also programmed the song's rhythm on a drum machine, said that he played the main chords on the song using an O'Brien OBHXA synthesizer, and Prince did the 8-note upbeats in the upper octaves during the choruses. First heard at the 54-second mark, supposedly played with just 2 fingers. It's possible that Prince played other synth parts that didn't make the final mix. Prince, however, remarked a different story in regards to the song's programming and creation. When I got there, her and Jimmy Ovine couldn't figure out how to work the drum machine because people were using live drums at that point. So I went down there and programmed it for them and pretty much played most of the song there in about 20 or 30 minutes. Now, there were 2 mixes made of the song. The generally more well-known album version, 448, and the edited single version, 418, which has a fade-out. Differences between the two are somewhat subtle, but a single version tends to have more collapse or mono sound to it, and the electronic drum programs are mixed rather dry and flattened, especially in the song's intro bars, whereas the drum tracks on the album version are accentuated by a generous amount of reverb effect and harder compression. Acoustic drums were given it a more backseat role to Stand Back. There's a further polished version of the track with crisper percussion and louder foreground synth featured on Nick's '91 compilation album Time Space, The Best of Stevie Nicks, remixed by Chris Lord Algie with a runtime of 4:59. Now, the B-side included the song Garbo, a song referencing Greta Garbo. Another song partially inspired by Garbo called Greta appears in the '94 album Street Angel. Now, the lyrics from the third verse of Vogue by Madonna coincidentally mentioned the same first 3 people. Garbo, Marlene Dietrich, and Marilyn Monroe, with a second and third name slipped, as that which is depicted in the lyrics of Garbo. Now, Cashbox said it represents both familiar and challenging listening, combining Nick's traditional vamp posture, or what he called Witchy Woman style, with dance music. Now, people were kind of confused. Was this a dance song? Was it a pop song? Was it a rock song? Dance, rock, pop. The pop dance music of the later 80s into the 90s was very influenced by the song. Now, 2 music videos were filmed for the single. The first, which was never aired, is referred to as the Scarlet version, was a lavish production directed by Brian Grant and features Nix in a Gone with the Wind type scenario. Upon seeing the completed video, Nix rejected it, according to Grant, as she felt she looked fat. Well, she was, beautiful chunky for sure, but, Now, this version can now be found with Nix's commentary on the DVD supplement of her 2007 collection, Crystal Visions, the very best of Stevie Nicks. As an alternative, a second video was made on a much lower budget than the original. Directed by choreographer Jeffrey Hornaday, it features Nicks performing a song behind a microphone in a spotlight-filled room surrounded by glass walls and mirrors, interspersed with shots of choreographed dance sequences. This was the version aired on television and also included on Nicks' 86 video compilation, I Can't Wait, the video collection, as well as the aforementioned Crystal Visions compilation DVD. Now, she performed the song as a musical guest on December 10th, 83 Saturday Night Live episode, with Liberty DeVito of Billy Joel fame on drums and Marilyn Martin singing backup. Now, one live performance of the song in Nix's solo shows is also captured in the 2009 CD release, The Soundstage Sessions, where Nix chose the track as the opening number to her show, rather than placing it towards the climactic end of the set list as per previous tours. Now, Nix began performing Stand Back with Fleetwood Mac on the band's 87 tour. It is included on the Fleetwood Mac's live concert video Tango in the Night, recorded in December 87, and a slightly extended audio version from the same show that is included in the 4-disc box set, 25 Years to Chain. Since then, the song has been performed on every Fleetwood Mac tour, with the exception of the On With The Show tour. Nix has been part of, including the Behind the Mask tour in 1980, the Dance Reunion tour in 97, the Say You Will tour in 2003. This is featured on the 2004 CD DVD set Fleetwood Mac Live in Boston, the 2009 Unleashed tour, as well as the band's 2013 World Tour. Now, Sky Fieri, Pure Polyester, and Rod Stewart have performed cover versions of the song. The Rod Stewart version is just better not to talk about. Additionally, the song was sampled in the song No Way to Hide by German techno band Scooter, which was featured on their 2012 album Music for a Big Night Out. Now, background vocals, Sharon Salani and Lori Perry Nix. And again, no mention, but this is what Prince did. Oberheim OB8, Roland Jupiter 8, and Oberheim OBX, Oberheim DMX programming. So he did most of the synths. And it does have that, kind of early to mid 83 Prince style. Now, this song never went number one on the charts any place, but came friggin' close. Australia was top 20, Canada top 10, Netherlands top 30, U.S. Billboard Hot 105th, U.S. Top Rock Tracks, Billboard 2, U.S. Dance Club Play 12th, U.S. Cashbox Top 109th, West Germany 32nd, and UN Performance Top Pop Singles 44th for 83 and Cashbox 55. So was it pop? Was it rock? Was it dance? Was it R&B? Was it diva pop, as we say? Now, the song was remixed and released again as a single on August 28, 2007 to promote Nick's compilation album Crystal Visions, the very best of Stevie Nicks. This time, the single went to number 2 in the U.S. Dance Club Songs chart and number 1 in the Hot Dance Single Sales charts. So the song has numerous mixes. There's 7 on the album. Longest is 11:34 with Stand Back, Tracy Takes Your Home dub. Again, number 2 on the U.S. Dance Club Songs overall. Weekly chart and U.S. Dance Club Songs Billboard 35th. Now, this is part, again, the Purple Rain, I call era, 83 and 84, because people were covering his songs, and Cyndi Lauper, Chaka Khan, Sheena Easton, Tina Marie, everybody was covering his stuff. But this song, the Bangles as well, this song is basically, I think it's a power ballad, it's a feminist pop ballad, and you see, I'm not a woman, but I was a woman, this would be my kind of a song back in the 80s. Because was it heavy metal too as well? That's the question. There've never been a heavy metal cover of this, you should have been. But it's a weird thing to do, to take time off of your honeymoon. You're only married to the guy for a day, and you're cheating on him technically, emotionally and musically with Prince. Pretty freaky, but Prince liked working with women. I'm going to ask you a question. How many men have covered Prince songs? Think about this for a second. He liked these women, and he would give a lot of these songs. I think Morris Day and the Family, that was the only one. Most of the people he worked with were female. People are doing female covers of his song, and he had to give her approval. I don't think he approved Weird Al Yankovic, so that's maybe could be a sign. So that's the story of Stand Back, and Don't Stand Back from History. It's a really good song. I figure it's a top 50 song from '83, and that's saying a lot. It was a really good year. So, ladies and gentlemen, you're a Stevie Nicks song or a Prince fan, Stevie Nicks fan or a Prince fan. Let us know what you think. With a like, comment, subscribe, or share. And as we like to say in the North Shore, get on the dance floor because you got to make that dance last. Teen dances for me back in the day were 8 to 11:30. Unfortunately, when we used to play this, only people who were dancing were really fat women and very gay people. And at least they had a song that night. I'm not joking. I was at a teen dance where he played this. And 2 of my gay friends and 5 of my slightly overweight female friends were dancing. You know, takes all kinds. Have a good one. Bye.